Time now for weather with Nebraska Extension Ag Climatologist and Market Journal Chief Meteorologist Al Dutcher. Al, we've begun a new month, and I know planting is on the mind of lots of folks. How's the forecast look?
Well, Troy, we have definitely seen spring-like weather in these last 2 weeks since we've been on the air with our last forecast, and we've seen the typical spring movement from blizzard activity to 70-degree weather. And we've seen it this last week with several days in the 70s, only to get the snowstorm comes in Thursday night, and we dealt with some of the freezing rain. Now we're going to be back up on to the slide toward warmer temperatures with yet another system coming in as we go into next week. So it is spring. We are seeing our daily average soil temperatures, bare soil temperatures depth at 4 inches across the state at the end of the month, and moved into the low 50s right along the southern border. We're back in the mid to upper 40s, I-80 corridor southward, in the lower to mid 40s as we get the I-80 corridor northward. So we have warmed up considerably over the last couple of weeks. Looking at the upper air models, a big thing we'll draw your attention to is another upper air low coming into the western United States. So that means some active weather is probably in store for the central U.S. Southwest flow aloft. We should stay fairly dry today, even though we show a surface low basically in the southeastern Colorado. It looks like most of the moisture will be basically streaming in the mid layers and will primarily affect areas to the south and east of us. We don't expect any precipitation, but as we go into tomorrow, we'll see this trough starting to deepen. And it'll start to eject out little pieces of energy in the mid layers of the atmosphere. Surface low once again in southeastern Colorado. We may get just enough moisture to generate a few pop-up showers in southeast Nebraska, but I think that's kind of iffy. The main precipitation bands will be over the northern Rockies. Now you see this low starting to split away from the northern stream, and this makes things a little bit more interesting as that low sits in the southwest with that surface low. We get two lows centered over northeastern Wyoming and western Kansas. The primary action during this period will be over the southwest with that upper air low. It will start to slide toward the Texas region, and the cold air will start to start moving in as we get into late Tuesday. We get high pressure pushing to the south, surface low over southeastern portions of Colorado. May get enough moisture to start generating a few showers. The biggest constraint will be if we get thunderstorm development in Texas, shutting off the moisture. On Wednesday, we get a big, deeper cold flow. And maybe people see some of the coldest air of the week, stretching portions of northeastern Nebraska as high cold pressure filters in. That's going to keep that surface low and upper air low caught in the southwest. Flurry activity across most of the upper Midwest, possibly into northeastern Nebraska. On Thursday, we start to see this trough lift. The upper air low starts to push out of the southwest into western Texas. We'll have to watch this because we'll start to see moisture feeding up, and we have mid-layer low pressure system moving through with surface lows in Nebraska. We'll probably see some generation of pretty significant moisture in the southern Rockies. And then as the system moves into eastern Texas, we'll watch to see if any of the residual moisture will make it up into southeast Nebraska as cold high pressure starts to move into our region, keeping the brunt of the very cold temperatures to our north. You can see that precipitation shield sliding ever so closely to southern Nebraska, potentially hitting us Friday night into Sunday morning. Further out, we look to see colder temperatures. Another trough moves in the western United States, above normal to the southeastern portions of our region. In terms of precipitation, with that system ejecting out, very heavy precipitation likely over the northern plains and the northern Rockies. I think we will see more of the drier kind of conditions across the vast majority of the state, but certainly a very active pattern is a store as we go to the end of this 7 to 10 day period. So Troy overall is looking warmer, but very active weather is in store as we go through this next 7 to 10 day period.